Welcome to the Panic Button. I'm Jessie.
I'm Nina, and today we're reacting to disgraced manosphere guru Andrew Wilson crashes out and humiliates himself because a lesbian triggered him.
Oh, you mean the guy I didn't like anyways?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go figure.
So here we go.
That guy, that person who just cannot control their internal emotions.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
And you you lick sniz.
Under your religion.
You lick sniz.
What is that?
You're a fucking dyke. Don't talk shit about my wife, you stupid bitch. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your stupid bitch mouth. We live in a carnal world full of warring tribes who are always killing each other, and that's part of the human condition. You can't afford to have your...
That is an interesting thing to hear, considering he's always all, women sluts, but you married one, huh? So you're saying that no woman can get a man because they're sluts, but she's opened her leg, been married, failed at marriage, right? Something I've pretty much heard you say shows she shouldn't be married. But
I don't think she actually married those guys, but she does have 3 baby daddies.
That means she slept around. It means she liked the men enough and expected to stay with them enough to have their kids 3 times.
Mm-hmm. I've never heard lick sniz before. That's a new one.
Yeah, I've never heard sniz either, but I knew what he meant. Like,
I knew what he meant too. I've just never heard of that before.
Yeah, because he's hurt. He's butthurt right now, so he's getting mad.
Isn't he the one that tells men like, don't date single mothers? They're like the worst to date.
Well, I didn't hear him say that directly, so I'm not trying to make any claims on stuff I didn't directly hear. But I've definitely heard him say that women being promiscuous is the problem and women are the problem. But you're marrying one of those problem women.
Oh, just wait, there's more.
By your definition,
losing control to emotion.
You're so strong, you should open it.
Yeah, I got to be able to grip it.
Okay, we'll grip it. Let's
It's
go.
literally slippery. Can't grip the fucker. Like, I got to have a way to grip it.
Jungle.
Andrew, I'm sorry. It's not.
My fingers slip right off the lid.
All right, so recently Andrew Wilson somehow had an even more embarrassing moment than that tragic pickle jar incident. The guy just keeps having meltdowns over the funniest shit, while at the same time preaching about how men need to control their emotions and stay composed under pressure. You know, we live in a world of warring tribes always trying to kill each other, and this man was defeated by a pickle jar. And you'd think that fiasco would have been a wake-up call for him, and he would learn to try to control his temper a little bit at least. But it seems like he's still just on the verge of having a complete breakdown. I mean, he flies off the handle so easily. All you have to do is mention his wife having kids with guys before him, and he loses it. Like, you don't even need to say anything bad about it. All you have to do is just bring it up, and he panics. He's so sensitive. And it's hilarious that he's always talking about how men need to be stoic and ready for war, but then he just crashes out over the dumbest shit. You know, the guy can barely handle being in the culture war, let alone an actual war. I mean, the guy now has PTSD from a pickle jar, and everyone knows how easy it is to get to him. Like, even if you just bring up him having stepkids, he starts to panic. On another episode, a lady mentioned this, and he acted so weird about it. Like, you could tell he's just so insecure about this stuff, because also he knows the audience he's cultivated thinks marrying a single mom and raising stepkids is simp behavior. You know, they definitely look down on that, which you'd think he does too, based on everything he preaches. But, of course, since it's his situation, he needs to have a caveat for that.
That's the funniest caption. She didn't even insult his wife. He did. If Charlie had 3 baby daddies, then Andrew would have used it to attack and criticize her. Mm-hmm. It's true. If the woman, I'm assuming her name is Charlie, if she had 3 baby daddies, he would be railing into her about how she's a slut and she's exactly what's wrong with women today. But he can marry someone with 3 baby daddies? I don't know. I come from a family, just for a little background. My oldest sibling is technically my half-sibling, but because she's the oldest, we've never known any different. And no one ever looked at her as my dad's stepkid, even though she was. It's all about how you, the man, handles it. And I'm not saying my dad's a good dude, but at least he acted like that. He's a white man with a black baby.
Yeah.
Not to be like exposing, but my mom's Puerto Rican, my sister's half black, half Puerto Rican, and this white man with this relatively white looking woman had this black baby and acted like it was his. That's all you have to do.
Because her father, like, isn't there.
Oh no, my mom wasn't with her dad, and Jenny was a year old when they finally met, and I mean, that's pretty young in a kid's life, so she never knew. Minus she physically doesn't know a time that my dad wasn't in her life.
Yeah.
So, like, this could be the same situation. Let's say she had the 3 kids back to back to back. Very unlikely, but let's say they're, like, 6 years old at the oldest and, like, newborn at the youngest. These kids wouldn't really know anything besides you acting as their father.
Right.
I'm not knocking it. I believe that blended families are not a bad thing. I think when you keep getting divorced and blending all the families, that's a bad thing. But it's not bad to care enough about someone that you take their child in as your own, to potentially have more children with them. But you make it seem bad, sir. You make it seem real bad, don't you?
You'd think he does too, based on everything he preaches. But of course, since it's his situation, he needs to have a caveat for that.
I adore my kids. Like, I love them to death. Wouldn't that take that away from me? Because now I would not even be sure if they were mine.
I mean, forgive me, they're not yours, are they?
No, they are mine.
Biologically?
Yeah. I have biological children, yes.
So I'm
You
sorry.
were misinformed, weren't you? By trolls. But anyway, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry.
Yes, I have stepchildren and biological children.
So
both.
do you feel that your stepchildren aren't your children?
No, I still love them and adore them.
So I'm sorry, they're not your children, or they are?
They are, but there's still a different relationship.
Okay, so I mean,
it's a different relationship.
You're doing it yourself. I mean,
No, I'm
You
not.
are
I just told you there's
participating in the child rearing
Will you stop?
of children that aren't
This
yours,
is incorrect.
like biologically.
Yeah,
yours.
no, that's incorrect.
So it's a bold move being in the manosphere.
She's actually very correct, because if you didn't support women having children out of wedlock or in general having a child and getting divorced, then you wouldn't have gotten with this woman.
Right.
You wouldn't have stayed and then proposed to this woman and then made more babies with her, because you wouldn't have trusted her judgment. You would have been like, she doesn't know what man to stay with. She doesn't know, how am I going to have her raise my kids? But instead, you're raising her kids and she's raising yours. So you're putting her judgment, which you are not trusting anyone else with that level of judgment. But for her, she popped her pussy for you. So that changed everything.
Why would you marry a woman if you could obviously see that she doesn't have very good relationships with men? Because she had a baby with a man.
Three
she had a
times.
baby with another man, you know.
Oh, I know.
That's what he says all the time. So
Yeah.
he's pretty hypocritical.
Very hypocritical.
How he's living isn't what he's preaching.
My mom also had the rest of her kids with the husband that she got with after that. Like, so clearly, like, women can have children and not be sluts for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
They can have children before they meet someone.
Though he plays clips of this woman, and she's quite the handful.
Oh, gee. Okay.
Red pill space while being in a relationship like his. And he's clearly cracking under the pressure. That's why he just loses it when somebody points it out. Like, he's horrible at staying composed and not letting his emotions get the best of him. Like, when his wife gets brought up in this clip, he has one of the worst reactions you could imagine. That's obviously why this clip went so viral. You know, if he kept his cool, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But as soon as the girl he's debating
Why the 3 cups?
I don't know.
Odd.
mentions his wife's past,
Maybe it's like
he just
a
loses
metaphor?
it and starts going off on her and
know.
insulting
Maybe they were
her,
pulling him out
which
for a reason.
she actually handles well. You know, she keeps her cool and just lets Andrew embarrass himself. So this is such a bad look for him. And it obviously shows how insecure he is about it, which is funny because he's trying to prove the opposite, like that there's nothing wrong with what she did. You know, he's flipping out. He's like, what's wrong with her having kids with other men? It's like, I don't know. You tell me you don't sound too happy about it. If this is your reaction, if somebody brings it up and you're like, stop attacking me and stop talking shit, it sounds like you're not handling it very well. And then the girl he's debating brings up how he's getting really worked up about it. And she's like, man, you're really red in the face. And he's like, well, it's because I was touching my face. You know, I was being performative about it. And you seem pretty pissed too. You know, he's such a man child and he's just coping like crazy. It's unbelievable.
But the reason is not because I'm not a great orator or I don't make good points or I haven't said things which should be compelling to a person. But Charlie, I just think honestly, you're too fucking stupid to understand them.
So Andrew, can I sell you on my worldview?
Yes.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
And you,
Oh, she has been married twice before.
So I was right.
Oh,
So she
that's
can't-
even worse.
she
for
can't
him.
tell.
Wow, you're right. Okay, so that's actually much worse.
No, because you wouldn't.
for him.
Here's the thing: most women don't have kids unless they're planning on staying with someone. My mom had every intention of staying with the guy that she had my sister with.
Right.
It didn't work. They weren't married, but she had every intention of staying.
Right.
You wouldn't have the man's baby if you didn't at least plan on staying or having that baby alone. Those are the two options.
Yeah.
She's clearly been married before, had kids with at least 2 other men that she's been married to. A third one who she wasn't married to. She's not making, from his perspective, she's not making good judgment calls. From my perspective, if you're getting married multiple times, you're probably not making good judgment calls. And yet you're saying she's fine because he thinks she's hot. He likes her.
But he would
Therefore-
tell other men to run in the other direction because she's bad at making judgment
Yeah,
calls.
yeah, because
about
he's
men.
getting his dick wet. He doesn't care if you get your dick wet. If he did, he'd tell you to lie to these women. He'd be like, lie to them. Tell them you make more money than you do and get your dick wet. But he's fine. In fact, he probably has a very low self-esteem because otherwise, why would you settle for something that you're adamantly speaking against?
That's the problem. That's what triggers him when she asks this question.
Do you have low
You
self-esteem?
lick sniz.
Under your religion.
You lick sniz.
What does that
You're
mean?
a fucking dick. Don't talk shit about my wife, you stupid bitch. Shut your fucking mouth.
Here's the thing. When he starts like insulting her, he's insulting her by calling her what she is, which isn't an insult. Like if you call me a dyke, I'm not going to get upset because I'm a lesbian. So you're using a more derogatory term. But I mean, you're just calling me a lesbian, just in other words.
Yeah, but
that are
what
a
if you
little
just
bit
called
more
her an effing F word? An effing flaggot. Is that going to get us banned?
No. Well, if he did call, well, I mean, that's more for gay men.
But if he did, that is one of the words that's considered a hate speech against gays.
Yeah, but most,
And so
like most gay guys,
we
don't
got
really care if you
demonetized
call them
we got demonetized for saying dyke, and we
Yeah.
said it in at the very least a joking, loving way because we are dicks. And he's saying it as an insult.
Yeah, but obviously she's not taking it as an insult. He thinks it's an insult to call her that, and he's going to hurt her feelings.
Well, how is it offensive to identify? Yes, how is it to identify my sexual orientation? But he's not. He's not saying you're a lesbian. He's saying you're a fucking dyke. You're a dyke.
You go down on women, it's like, well, at least her women are being pleased, unlike your woman, who obviously isn't because you don't do that.
She's getting ready for her 5th divorce. Sorry.
her 3rd divorce, you mean?
5th.
Shut your stupid bitch mouth.
Your wife with the 3 baby
What did I
daddies?
just say?
Your wife with the 3
Sorry,
baby
doll, I'm sorry.
daddies?
Dick. Is she morally inconsequential in comparison to your ditch licking?
Do the men that you try to...
Do the women that you...
Actually, yes. She's actually morally worse off in his worldview. She actually is, because she's actually given birth to human beings of 2 other men who she was previously married to. This woman who's asking him questions is just being a lesbian. But to him, it might be immoral. But to everyone else, it's like, okay, she's just a lesbian. It's not really immoral unless you're like gung-ho Christian, like he is. But he's also incredibly hypocritical.
Christians also don't think you should have sex before marriage.
They also don't think that you should be marrying someone who's been divorced twice.
They also, I'm pretty sure, don't like when you speak like that to other people, calling them dumb bitch over and over again. I don't think it's very Christian.
Yeah, it's like the prepubescent boy in him just came out raging.
You try
show
to
your hatred against
the women that you try
convince
to
them that they shouldn't,
You know,
like,
Charlie, did I
pursue
bring
women? Do they know
Charlie,
that
did
your
I bring
wife
your
is 5
family?
years older?
Did I bring any of your
You
family
called
into
me
anything?
fucking stupid.
Did I
You
say
called
anything
me
about
fucking
your
stupid.
family?
You brought up her hypothetical girlfriend and how she's muff licking 18 times. So yes, you did actually bring in her personal situation.
Earlier in this, because I watched this whole argument, you don't see it here, but he does actually bring up her father and his morality. So yeah, he did actually bring
Yeah.
up her family.
Family being stupid, Charlie?
could.
It's
You could
because
go
I'm
for it.
better than you, Charlie.
No, it's because you're embarrassed, and you know that the traditional values that you try to sell people on are bullshit because
Let's
you
go
are not
through
a
it.
traditional man.
Chuck, what am I doing? Being
I
married
don't
to my
think
wife.
it's immoral.
Then
Under-
why? So then.
Under my
So all
worldview,
you did.
that's perfect.
He just exposed himself by being this upset because she doesn't think it's wrong what he's doing.
No, just like I don't think
She's
it's wrong.
right. She's asking him the question because based on all the conversations he's had
It's hypocritical.
previously, he's being a hypocrite because how he speaks about things and how he lives
Are two different things.
Right. So she's bringing up that fact, and he's becoming very defensive because deep down he knows that he's being hypocritical and that he married possibly a loose lady.
It's not even about loose. It's that her past would imply everything that he says to watch out for in women.
Right.
So he's not giving the advice that he took.
Right. But what he's saying to her is like, oh, so because you asked me this question, you think it's wrong? How dare you say that this is wrong? I'm taking care of like 2 other kids that aren't mine. And she's like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm asking you why you're being a hypocrite. I don't think it's wrong what you're doing, but you apparently do based on
Your words.
rhetoric.
So wait, Chuck. All you're doing is saying. So Chuck, shouldn't you actually be saying that Andrew?
You also don't believe in trans people, so calling her Chuck is definitely destroying your argument. So now women who go down on women are men, so you're cool with trans people because you'd basically say that one of us should transition. See how you're flipping yourself back on your head?
He's trying to insult her.
It's not an
calling her
insult, though.
Chuck.
If anything, it's actually putting more damage to the one part of your arguments I can agree with, that men can't be women and women can't be men. But now you're saying because we have sex with women that we're basically men.
Yeah, it's very
Backwards.
Yeah, he crashed out completely.
Yeah.
His brain just
Overdrive.
Yeah, it disconnected from his
Now he's in
logic.
defense mode and he
Yeah.
has to protect his fucking feelings.
Yeah, it's like those guys who play games online and they get really, really angry and they just start throwing out insults that just make no sense whatsoever.
He's raging out, man.
And other people laugh at them because they sound stupid, so it makes them even more mad. It's like that.
You're doing a good thing.
Do you think your wife is a charity case?
By taking care of children who weren't mine. Was I doing a good thing? Whose fathers abandoned them? Was I doing a good thing?
Yeah, you're doing a good thing.
Oh, okay. Well then, Chuck, why did you use that as a form of personal attack on me?
Got you real ready.
Because she was bringing up a point that you're being hypocritical. He's just like, he ain't getting it because he just got so mad instantly.
Now he has to win. That's why you heard
Yeah.
him defending himself. I'm a good person. I do good things. My words have meaning.
She
He said
triggered him.
all those things. Maybe not exactly word for word, but he said my words have meaning and people listen to me because they have meaning. That's why I don't take the advice I give, because they have meaning. They have just enough meaning that you're going to watch and you're not going to get anything and you're going to watch tomorrow.
She triggered him.
Oh, yeah. He's mad.
In the face.
My hands were on my face just now, Chuck.
And before.
Because my hands were on my face, Chuck.
Oh, 'cause you're mad.
It's performative, Chuck. I don't know. You looked pretty angry just a second ago, Chuck. You were
This
pretty
is what my
upset.
face looks like.
Yeah, so he was going through it because he knows people can see the irony here of him making a whole career out of promoting traditional values and lecturing women for being promiscuous and making bad life decisions, while at the same time being married to someone who has kids with 3 different guys. Like in the red pill space, a single mom is a huge red flag, and they always tell guys to avoid them. I mean, imagine if somebody with the same history as Andrew's wife was on this podcast or fresh and fit. She'd obviously get cooked by them, and nobody would believe that she's only been with 3 guys. That's what Andrew's wife claims. She's only been with the guys that she has kids with, which, again, if this was a random woman on a red pill podcast trying to say this, they'd all just laugh in her face. No way they'd believe her, and they think her husband is an idiot simp for believing her. But Andrew thinks his wife is different. You know, he believes her, I think. I mean, also he said when they had a kid together, he told her that they have to do a paternity test or he's leaving them.
Okay, it is a fact, and you brought it up because you wanted to use it as something disparaging, but you can't figure out how it's disparaging.
It's disparaging because it goes against the worldview that you espouse.
What part of me marrying a woman
You
who was
say
divorced
gnarly
goes against my
things- You
worldview?
say gnarly things about promiscuous women and that they're disgusting.
That's not
You're
promiscuity.
You say 3 baby daddies?
for
Yes,
it.
that's promiscuous.
Wait a second. Help me out here. How many times have you had sex?
Certainly under 10.
Yeah, and she has 3. 3. Long.
He also said she married all these people. She has 2 ex-husbands and 3 babies. It doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist to do math. One of those guys didn't put a fucking ring on it and then came inside her pussy and put a baby in there. That sounds kind of promiscuous to me. You know who hasn't done that? Me.
Wow.
It's just so stupid. And you're getting so mad. Why don't you look in a mirror? Your wife's a slut. Get over it. And if you can't get over it, stop calling other women sluts.
So
It's simple.
if his wife were to be someone else and to go on a podcast where he was debating her, he would call her a whore. And he wouldn't believe that the only time she had sex was
took
when
my
she
stress.
had babies. So you're going to believe the woman you're married to that she's only had sex the amount of times that she's had children.
Of course
But you-
he's going to believe
But
it.
you wouldn't believe other women.
Yeah,
because
because the
she's
other women
what?
aren't opening their legs. She is. You're more likely to believe her. It's simple. These 20-something-year-old teeny boppers don't want anything to do with him, will not open their legs for him, will not give him the time of day, minus to sit here and get attention. The only reason he's buying her story, is because he wants to put it in her. Men will believe so much if they think that they're going to get sex at the end of it.
But then he insults men who believe so much because they think they're going to get sex at the end of it.
He insults them, but he doesn't. He only insults the ones that can't hit him back.
It's just
If you ever watch
hilarious.
him, he's either off screen, which means he's in a different room, or he's talking to women. He's never talking against a man in these rooms. And if they are, they're like the girl's boyfriend.
yeah, he has debated other men.
Usually on video, not usually in person.
He has in person, but it's usually
Someone who agrees with him.
or the dude's the chick's boyfriend. Yeah.
An OnlyFans
Term
model's
relationship.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's an I'm one of them. Okay, Chuck. Can you tell me?
Men that are
Can you tell me
forever
which
tied to her.
which one of you
Forever
are
tied to her
promiscuous?
through having had children with them, forever tied to her. That's a much stronger bond than a hookup.
Okay, but help me out. You fucked fuck way more women than my wife, and she's the promiscuous one. I have what I would consider 100% faith and trust in my wife. But I told her, I told her these words exactly. You're going to get the fucking test, and if not, I'm out the door. Period.
Well, also,
That would imply that you don't trust her, though. Because if you did, you wouldn't need a paternity test.
Also goes to show how present you are in your wife's life. You know that I know my girlfriend has a zero time or availability to go fuck other people. And if she did, it'd be on her phone. That would be the place I'd find it. So clearly you don't trust your significant other. You are holding your breath, telling them that that your trust is in their hands when it's not. It's completely on your head.
He is assuming that his wife is being promiscuous behind his back, or else he wouldn't ask for a paternity test. Also, this is a room he is in where he's disagreeing with other men.
Those men are all on his side. They all agree with him.
I'm not 100% sure about that. I have seen videos of him disagreeing with other men that weren't just boyfriends.
Well-
but unfortunately, I've watched too much of Andrew Wilson.
I'm so glad I don't.
And the way Andrew talks about his wife, you'd think she's some quiet lady who stays off social media and focuses on the family and their home. But she's really a vulgar loudmouth that's trying to be an influencer. She also always feels the need to step in and try to fight Andrew's battles for him. Like she's always crashing out on
Rachel, as someone who agrees with many of Andrew's positions, please understand how bad the optics are that he creates for himself by cursing so often, being impatient and disrespectful. The woman who is wrong carried herself much more respectfully, which is sad.
You're the exact type of person I don't want following me. You care more about him using swear words or a tone that you find uncomfortable than you do the content of what either person is saying. You're fine with her telling me I should have aborted all my children as long as... Show more.
So, you're admitting that you had sex and don't want an abortion, which I agree should be a woman's right to decide whether or not she keeps or gets rid of that baby.
Yep.
And you portray yourselves as Christians who swear and call people bitches. And you know what this reminds me of? And it's sad because I view Justin Bieber as more of a Christian than Andrew Wilson, 100%. And he called the Bible that bitch. He said it's in that bitch. And the thing is, he talks about it in a way that you actually believe that he means it. I don't believe this guy means it. He's saying it for attention.
Or something.
He's getting mad because, oh no, there's a tear in my costume. Whatever, you know what I mean? There's a tear in the mask. There's something showing. But at the end of the day, I've said this before, it's going to be really hard to find someone in their 20s who hasn't had sex. Really hard. And most people, when they're in their 20s, have that relationship they think they're going to be in forever. And that's how women end up having babies in their 20s usually, because they thought they were going to be with him forever, and it lasted about 9 months. And I don't think that you should be against women for that. If they decide to keep the baby, that's good for them. If they think they can do it. If they decide to give up the baby or abort the baby before it even comes around, I think that is someone gauging their responsibility most of the time.
You're saying his mask slipped, right?
His mask slipped.
There's a flaw in the
she's
facade.
also clearly upset about it. Oh, you're saying that this woman was just allowed to call me a whore because I have 3 baby daddies?
Oh, just wait.
Yeah, she kind of has every right to.
This lady's a handful. I can only imagine.
Twitter going hard trying to defend him. And one time a girl got in Andrew's face, so then she called into the show and went off on her. And she just does not sound like a traditional feminine lady at all.
Told Priscilla that if she comes anywhere near my husband, she's going to have to deal with me. I'll fly out there and she could try getting in my face and see how tough she feels then. Because I guarantee if it was me sitting across from your ass, you would not have had that kind of energy whatsoever. That is bullshit. And for you to think that you can physically attack my husband, like get in his face, say you want to take him outside on a national TV show that everyone saw, and then come back in the studio and act like you didn't do nothing, like, well, he made fun of me. Too bad. Are you a child or are you a grown woman? Have some self-control. And if you can't have...
Whoa, there was so much hypocrisy in all of that. All of that. You're the one saying that you're willing to pay money to fly out there to get in her face. That would also be immature and acting like a child. Also, you're wasting your time and you're not having self-control at all.
And your husband's money.
Yeah, so what's with that?
No self-control. Also, to come batting in for your husband's fights, way to show that he's not a man.
I know. Ooh, that's not a good look for him.
So he found a mommy.
Yes.
He was looking for a mommy.
Yeah.
He found one who had 3 kids that he could claim because they were abandoned. I doubt that. If she was married, she's getting child support, more than likely. Therefore, as much as you say, they're my kids, they're my kids, they're my kids, they're not legally nor biologically, unless you went on and adopted them, but you call them your stepchildren. If you legally adopted them, yes, they'd be your children. You possess them. But doesn't sound like the case, bud.
No, he said stepchildren.
He said stepchildren.
Which means he hasn't adopted them. Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I know it's hard. My parents talked about it, since we talked about this for a second earlier. My parents talked about formally adopting my sister into my dad's name.
Mm-hmm.
Never happened because it's expensive, and what was the point when we were already doing it? And so I'm not here to judge his situation. I'm not here to say it's wrong. I'm simply here to say that you're acting like you're any better than the rest of us. If you go out there, you'll meet single moms. You're going to meet deadbeat dads. You're also going to meet dads who wish they couldn't see their kids, who want to see their kids, but can't because of the crazy mom or because the mom doesn't want to see them. You're going to see a lot of those things. So you can say that they were abandoned by their dads. I don't believe you. 3 kids abandoned by their dads? Maybe the mom was abandoned. Did you ever think about that?
There's different circumstances when it comes to single mothers. Maybe the relationship didn't work out with the person they were with, or maybe they were married and their husband died.
I actually know someone whose significant other died like a few months after they found out that she was pregnant, and she continued to have the baby, which for me was a big, like, I was asking other people, not because I was even giving her I didn't tell her anything about this. She made her own decision. I was curious as to how other people would respond to that kind of situation. She kept the baby. She has the baby, and she talks about the dad all the time, misses him dearly. It's a hard situation. Are you gonna say she doesn't deserve? She was 21. Do you think she doesn't deserve to go off and have a chance at life? Like a happy life?
Right. She wasn't the one who made a bad decision.
He got T-boned.
With a spouse. Or like a partner who she had a baby with.
Yeah, she wanted to be with that guy.
But the red pill guys, they kind of clump all women into the same, all single mothers into the same category. Like, you're just sluts who picked the wrong men. But it seems like his wife is the type of person that he is constantly insulting.
Well, yeah. Did you also see her name was Rach for Patriarchy?
Oh, yeah, she thinks women shouldn't vote and all this stuff.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Which...
That means that you also can't call into the show and act like you have authority because you don't, because you're a woman and you have none, right?
Well, these type of people are very similar to, like, the woke progressives. It's not that they don't, like, they want to be the ones that control other people. They want to be the police. They want to be the courts. They want to be the people who tell other people what to do.
I think it was actually Asmongold who said it, but the people who want the power the most are the people who really shouldn't have it.
Exactly. Yeah. And they're the ones who complain about power the most.
Yeah, because they want it so bad, and then they'll end up in those positions because they want it so bad.
Right.
And they'll do the worst thing possible. Meanwhile, the person who doesn't want anything to do with it is going to give you the best results because they actually just want what's best for everyone.
Yeah. I mean, they talk
control.
about, like, defunding the police, right? Like something like that. But they want to be the...
Yeah, their laws.
So there's always something hidden underneath this veneer of I'm for the patriarchy, you know? Like, how far does it go for you exactly?
The thing about him is, like I said, he pushes so far that he ends up back in the field that he says he's against every single time.
Yeah,
he
just
says
like progressives.
He says he's against women sleeping around. But my wife has 2 exes and 3 babies, and that math makes sense to me. She never slept out of wedlock. Like, bro, take a step back and just maybe say, like for me, I can relate my personal experiences to the things we're having here and see where I was versus where someone else is.
Yeah.
You gotta just kind of be a person, I guess, and like stop having such a high ego. I wonder what his ego diet looks like. What do people say to him all day?
Some self-control, I'll come over there and teach you some. How about that?
And she treats Andrew like a child. She always acts like she needs to step in and protect him, and she does everything for him. It's so embarrassing. But Andrew seems to have no shame about it. Like, he completely relies on his wife. I think his wife is more independent than he is. I mean, it sounds like he'd be totally lost without her. Like, when she talks about taking care of him, it sounds like she's literally taking care of a child.
Andrew, when Rachel said that she does all domestic chores, is there anything you do? I mean, do you put the bins out? Do you the trash out? I mean, what do you do anything?
I don't do shit.
Andrew has never done a house chore ever in 17 years. I do all of that. I bring him his food. I bring him his drinks. I keep track of his schedule.
My wife foresees my needs before I foresee my needs. She knows what I want to eat before I even know what I want to eat. She knows what it is that I want before I know what it is that I want. She foresees all of my needs.
So she runs this.
So she's my mom, and she tells me where to go, when to go, what to eat, where to eat. If I don't like it, I can either make it myself or I can get yelled at. That's probably what happens.
So he has a domineering
mommy,
mother,
mommy,
wife.
Dommy mommy.
Yeah.
Who lets him think he's in control. But really, she's probably a control freak.
Yeah, probably.
And she's over here happy as shit that she gets to make you eat cabbage tonight. Because you don't even like cabbage, but she made cabbage, and it's on the table.
Well, he probably doesn't do a lot of things right. So she like, you can't clean the kitchen right, you can't cook right, or you can't do any of this right. I'll do it all for you. You can't make the right decisions. I'll make the decisions for you. That's kind of how it comes across.
So these women want to kill. These women want to kill any version of feminism because they secretly want to be in control behind the man.
Exactly.
Man's life, it's pathetic, but then she has to pretend like Andrew's a big, strong, masculine man that she needs to take care of her. And I mean, it just seems patronizing. Like, after he couldn't open that pickle jar, of course his wife jumped to his defense and was like, actually, Andrew opens pickle jars at home all the time. Like, that is so embarrassing that your wife has to come out and say that about you. And honestly, she's probably the one that opens the pickle jars. Like, when they asked him to open one, he seemed frightened. He's probably like, wait, my wife usually does this for me.
Come on, you can do it.
Put it right side up.
You can do it. You got this.
All right, bro, I can't do it. Here.
All right. Oh my God. I guess, yeah, Andrew, go ahead.
I'm supposed to open the pickle jar?
It's like yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I do. This seems a little immature. No.
And his wife watches all of Andrew's appearances, so she must have been dying inside seeing this and seeing him crash out over her past on that other
And
episode.
then she puts a post out saying he opens the pickle jars at home all the time. This is like a mother like trying to defend her child from being bullied online. It's pathetic.
It's not even bullied. It's just like someone was laughing because you couldn't open a pickle jar. That's not bullying. I'm so sorry. Bullying is like, you're brown.
No, I'm not saying he's
gay.
being bullied. I'm saying she's defending him like she would be defending a child who was bullied online.
Yes, I agree. But I'm just stating, this is not bullying. This is laughing at a situation. You're like, oh, you can't open a pickle jar, but you called her weak. That's funny. That's comedy. That's not bullying. Bullying is calling her weak when you couldn't open the same pickle jar.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was our disagreement not cute? People online are fucking stupid. Continue.
Episode, which she eventually called into and started going off.
Rachel seems to indicate she'd like to do a call-in with your permission.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to go have a smoke.
No, I don't want to talk to you.
Oh, no. He talked a bunch of shit. Now it's your turn.
To support the patriarchy. I'm kind of like the secretary that helps the patriarchy, and I just happen to be really fucking good at it. So if you ever want to talk more shit...
Wait, why does the patriarchy need your help, though? Patriarchy doesn't need women's help.
If
Women stay in the kitchen. Don't vote. Don't do any of that. They don't need your help.
If the patriarchy needs our help,
Right?
they're not a patriarchy.
Exactly. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Listen, I'm for the patriarchy, and the only woman who is going to be helping the patriarchy is going to be me. And every other woman on this earth doesn't matter and should stay in the kitchen and shut up. It's like, well, wait, that doesn't make any sense.
If you want to
Rules
stay
for
in the kitchen
thee,
and shut up, then
but
do it,
not-
but you're not.
It's like rules for me, but not for y'all.
Not for thee. Yes.
Okay. So you're the only woman who can help the patriarchy if the patriarchy is in control.
She's the only woman allowed to help the patriarchy because her husband lets her, this patriarchal man. But she's really, you know that it's her playing a game.
She's
because
identifying as a guy pretty much.
She's in her head, she does it all. In his head, he does it all.
Yeah.
It's the perfect narcissistic marriage.
Is that why she called in? Because she saw that he was crashing out, so she had to come to his defense?
Probably. And don't get me wrong, when you're in a marriage, you are a team. Yes.
But their belief system isn't like that.
No.
You know?
Let me know when I'll set up a debate with you, and I'll make you look 10 times stupider than even Andrew has.
Okay.
So you're the one who should get back in the kitchen.
So, there you go. Back in the kitchen thing. Wait, so he can't do a good job at making her look like a fool, so he has to have his mother come in and do it for him. Mm-hmm. Is that what she's saying?
Pretty much.
Because that doesn't make him look good at all.
Nope.
I don't understand how they don't see that, but okay.
You're useless. I don't know what you contribute to society.
So these two have a bizarre relationship. You know, usually red pill guys say it's a man's job to get his woman under control. But I think in this situation, Andrew's wife needs to get him under control. Like, this guy's a mess and is way too emotional about everything. It's embarrassing. But let me know what you guys think. And I just posted a new video to Patreon about the latest Rogan Sphere.
Okay, so that was it. Well, wonderful, humorous, loved every second of it. Like and subscribe,
He's
everyone.
dumb.
Comment below if you have any comments on this video.
Send us to the Whatever Podcast. They seem bored over there. They seem really bored. You want to fight with more lesbians? Come talk to me. Let's do it.
Bye.